Okay, gentlemen, we're about to discuss the economy. One guy says, "Oh, well, the Mexican pesos gained value against the U.S. dollar." Laugh, laugh, laugh. All right. The Mexican president is elected for 6 years. This president is the first time in Mexican history that hasn't stolen an election and been a dictator and raped the country and done nothing for the country. This president is so popular, he walks around with no security. No security at all. He doesn't take the Mexican airplane. He flies public transportation, public planes. He is doing exactly what Biden's doing. He's rebuilding the country. Roads, bridges, airports, putting people to work. Mexico is also our largest trading partner. Their economy's booming. Just booming. Unfortunately, he's only willing to run for one term. I wish he'd do 2 terms. I really would. He's a great president. Now, how do I know this? My chick is Mexican. She was born in Mexico. She's a naturalized citizen. She's fluent in Spanish. And we pay attention to what's going on down there. I'm in Los Angeles. Okay, what happens in Mexico concerns me. So, who buys the most used new Harley-Davidsons from Harley in the world? Who is the biggest importer of Harley-Davidsons in the world? Mexico. Guess what Mexico doesn't do? They don't buy used Harleys. They got plenty of their own. They don't come up here and buy them. They got plenty of their own. When their economy crashes, guess what? We go down there and buy them and bring them up here. So, for the used Harley sales, the lone country of Mexico is irrelevant. Because they don't buy them. Do not buy them. Who buys them? Japan buys them. Europe buys them. Australia, New Zealand, they buy them. Greater Asia buys them. Malaysia, Indonesia, okay? They buy them. That's who buys them. They don't go to South Africa. They don't go to Congo. They don't go to African countries. Very, very seldom do they go to Dubai or Saudi Arabia. Very seldom. So, who is the biggest partners in the world for United States trade? Yeah? Europe, Japan, our allies. We don't sell stuff to Russia. We don't sell stuff really to India. Okay? So, while they do matter in global perspective of economy, one country by and of itself isn't be all end all. So if you took out the big players, the United States, China, who can't buy our used motorcycles because it's illegal, so the only Chinese who buy are ones that are so wealthy, they've got so much land they can ride around on their acreage, used bikes that they're not supposed to bring in. They don't count in the world of used Harley-Davidsons. They don't count. So we're going to look at some dollar exchange. All right? It's real simple to look at. You go to XE converter. This is the euro to the US dollar. The euro's gone down because the US dollar has gone up. Right? So select currency. Canadian dollar. Whoop, Canadian dollar's gone down. Whoops. Okay, how about the British pound? Whoops, British pound's gone down. How about the New Zealand dollar? Well, they lost money too. How about the Australian dollar? They're in the tank too. Losing money. Okay, how about, let's see, let's go to yen, Japanese yen. They're losing money. That's who buys most of our used motorcycles right there, Japan. They can't buy them right now because it's not profitable. Let's go to, let's see, who else? We've got Bangladesh. They don't buy bikes. How about, let's see. It's every dollar in the world's right here. Okay? So, in the world of used bikes, we want to go to people who actually buy the bikes. How about the Swiss franc? Whoops, they've lost money. How about, let's see, who else? Let's see, I mean, it's everything. Brunei, Bermuda, Bolivian, Brazil. Brazil's been known to buy bikes. Well, they lost value. Can't do it. Let's go. Let's see. There's Belarus, ASEAN, Congolese franc. They don't buy bikes. Chile doesn't buy bikes. I said Chinese, it's illegal. They can't buy bikes. Colombia doesn't buy bikes. Costa Rica doesn't buy bikes. Cuba doesn't buy bikes. Czechoslovakia doesn't buy bike. How about the Danish krone? Well, they lost value. So they can't buy right now. Let's see. Who else we got? Okay. Dominican Republic, they don't buy bikes. Algeria doesn't buy bikes. Egypt doesn't buy bikes. Eritrea doesn't buy bikes. How about the euro? They lost value. Whoops. How about, let's see here. Fiji? Not really. How about, we did the British pound. Guatemala, Guyana, Hong Kong. Well, they buy bikes. They lost dollar value. You know who they buy their used bikes from? They buy them from Japan. That's right. Let's see. Morocco, Moldavia, Malagasy area, Macedonia, Burmese, Mongolian, Nepal, Mauritanian. I mean, it's all right here. So Mexican peso. They're doing pretty good, right? But Mexico's economy is just fucking screaming. Okay? You know who's the only economy better than Mexico right now? It's called the United States. Okay, that's a Pakistani, Filipino peso. Whoop, money's in the toilet. And I've been known to sell bikes to Philippines. Yes, I have. Got an inquiry just yesterday. Okay. New Zealand, Philippines. How about Poland? Yeah, they lost value. Look at that. Let's see. I mean, Liberia, Sri Lanka. I mean, all the currencies are here. Every one of them. This isn't rocket science, guys. It's really stupid easy to fucking figure out. And I have to pay attention to this because I got to know who I'm selling to. Who am I marketing to? No, am I marketing to USA? Am I marketing somewhere else? Why are bikes at this price? I have to know this stuff. There we go, Swedish krona. Oh, they lost value too. You see where I'm going with this? The used economy. I'm a historian. Why am I a historian? Because I need to know the history of all the stuff that Harley-Davidson made, the market it was sold into, where it went throughout the world, and why it went there. What was going on in world politics? Who was president? What were the politics at the time? I need to know all this stuff. Right? The U.S. economy today has never in world history been so fucking strong as today. Houses, okay, in Los Angeles have doubled in just a, it's a used piece of shit house. Well, it's doubled in price. Oh, it's in a wealthy area. Well, those have tripled in price. Tripled in price. In every fucking state in the country since Biden has been president. That doesn't happen in a bad economy, fool. It doesn't happen. Don't you people remember 2008? The economy blew up under Bush and his fake wars. Millions of people out of work and food lines. Right? Houses went in half in a matter of a couple of months. Boom. That's a bad economy. In a bad economy, like Republicans keep insisting we got, houses wouldn't go up in value because people wouldn't be buying them because they wouldn't have any money. You only buy houses when you can afford it. I mean, you Trump supporters act like we're stupid like you. We're not. We're not. Right? We're not. Simple as that. We're not. Here's the reality. I had a little IQ test at 9. Okay, 1971. Why? Because climate change was a big issue. Moynihan did a big report, climate change, 69. Oh my God, we're gonna all fucking die. Yeah, well, if we don't fix it, yeah, we will. We'll all die. That's the reality of it. It may not happen in my lifetime, but it could very easily happen in the lifetime of the kids being born today. Yes. So, it's called a tipping point. You know what a tipping point is? You can't fix it. You and the bike, you reach the tipping point and you can't correct it and you fall down. Period. That's a tipping point. You're going through a turn, you're leaning over, you reach a tipping point, and the wheels are going to come right out from under your ass, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Period. Well, the climate has a tipping point, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. And when the climate reaches a tipping point, everything that's a larger organism fucking dies. That means us. And it's happened over and over and over and over and over again throughout Earth's history. Okay? And it's going to happen again if we don't fix it. Yes, it will. So, at age 9, I came up with the concept of a solar-powered car in 1971 as a way to fix the climate change. The concept that I came up with is that the car would have solar panels in the paint and would draw energy from the sun or any other light source or power itself. You know, light source like the moon, the street light. It's all about sensitivity. Right? Well, today they actually have paint that can do that. They have electric powered cars. You know, all this was science fiction in 1971. So they give me a little IQ test. My IQ came up as 160. So all you Trump supporters call me genius. Yeah, you're right. I am. That's the fucking reality. My memory test came back at 98%. So you're arguing with the guy with intelligence with Stephen Hawking or Einstein. So I'm going to smoke you, man. I'm going to lay you in the fucking bush. You cannot compete. All right? I'm going to lay you down with facts. Right? Not make-believe Trump bullshit. That man gets in office, we will have a dictatorship. Nobody's going to have any rights. You ain't going to have a right for an attorney. You ain't going to have a right for counsel. You ain't going to have a right to not to have the shit beat out of you until you confess to whatever crime they want to make you be guilty of. It won't matter if you're a white man, won't matter if you're a black man, won't matter if you're a Latin man. And their idea is a white-only society under a Christian nation. Okay, well, 2/3 of this country ain't white. Right? And most of you white people, if you did a DNA test, you're going to find out you ain't as white as you think you are. You get filled with black DNA or Latin DNA. You just look white. Get your DNA tested. Right? Then tell me how much you hate black people and Latin people. Yeah. You're a fucking joke, man. You're immigrants to this country, people. The only people that are native are Native Americans, the Latin people. They're native here. Everybody else is an immigrant. All right? This invasion of brown-skinned people from the southern border, blah, blah, blah. They're coming home. They're born here. You're a joke. Oh, southern border, why don't we fix it? Well, why didn't they fix it? They had a bill the Republicans put together, all right? Gave the Republicans everything they wanted, going to close the border, everything they've been asking for, everything. And Trump shut it down because he wanted to campaign on the issue. Well, the Republicans have been unwilling to write a border bill since 1980. They don't want to fix it. They wanted a political issue. All right? Trump had control of both houses of Congress. Their big achievement was, we can't fund the government because we can't agree on anything. But somehow they ran up $7 trillion in debt under 4 years of Trump, accomplishing not one fucking thing. That's not million, that's not billion, that's $1 trillion of doing nothing. Where the hell did the money go? Nobody knows. All right? Here's Trump in an emergency. Oh, COVID's a Democratic hoax. It'll be gone in a week. 12 months of denial while they had the vaccine right there within 24 hours of having the genome. Well, how can you do that? Because we've had 40 years of research into mRNA, fool. Tried and proven. We could have had the vaccine out under emergency funding under a decent president and not had the lockdowns and not had an imploded economy. If Trump had been a fucking man, he's not, he's a pussy. He's an utter pussy, Mr. Bone Spurs. How you veterans can vote for a man who disrespects you, I don't get it. Do not comprehend that. He thinks you're losers. I got buddies of mine, Marine vets, fought in Vietnam. They're Trump supporters? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All right? So that's the reality. Biden is rebuilding roads, bridges, airports all over the country. 16 million new jobs. All right? Insulin down from $500 a month to $35 a month. He's finally taxing the rich for the first time since Eisenhower. President after president from Reagan up has promised us an infrastructure package, including Trump. Biden got it done in 6 months on a 50-50 Senate. He's been getting more good shit passed legislation-wise. You gotta remember, this is how our country works. The House or the Senate has to pass a bill, then it goes to the other opposing chamber, who then has to pass the bill with any amendments, and then it goes to the president to be signed into law. He's not a king. He's not going to executive order new laws. That's not how it works. Didn't any of you people take civics? Did you graduate high school? You know, I learned this stuff in elementary school, man. Come on. Didn't you learn anything? Don't you pay attention to what's really happening? Right? So any of you bullshitters want to fucking bullshit, man, I'm going to slap you down with knowledge. Right? Just like you did with the knuckleheads. Oh, Greenie, wrong color, wrong, didn't have that kind of chrome. I made them all look stupid. Why? Because I dug up the knowledge. Everything can be fact-checked. One clown says, oh, I'm going to argue, I know more than you, and now Biden hasn't done a thing in 50 years. I'm like, dude, it's all a matter of congressional record. Here's all the bills he's sponsored. Here's the whole fucking list. Oh, well, you should respect me, I'm 62. Fuck you, man. Just fuck you and the horse you put in on. You guys are a joke. Seriously, Trump supporters, you're either dumber than a box of rocks. You're totally fucking insane. Or you're a narcissist going, yeah, man, I'm making so much money. I get to make more money under Trump because of tax cuts and fuck everybody else. That's the only 3 types of Trump supporters there are. That's it. He will enact a national abortion ban. Women will die. Okay? Ectopic pregnancy, the fetus dies in the womb, fetus can't live outside the womb. All right? All those are necessary medical treatments. if the woman doesn't get that abortion, she's going to either lose her ability to have a child or she's going to die. All right? You ain't protecting life with an abortion. You're killing it. That's the reality. Okay? You're a hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.